It's Thomas the Tank Engine time in a moment, but first, tea break, and welcome on tea break today to Wizard Merlyn.
Hi.
Very nice of you to join us. Merlyn, can I just pour you a cup of tea? Now, do you take milk?
Yes, please. And sugar.
And sugar.
2, would you believe?
2?
2.
Okay. Now, if you look carefully at Merlyn, you might think that he's something to do with costumes. And you'd be perfectly right if you thought that. And in fact, he's wearing a superb costume, which we'll talk about in a moment. But you make costumes and props.
That's true.
Among other things, Merlyn, don't you?
Amongst other things,
yes.
Yeah. There's lots more things I do.
How did you get into that?
10 years ago it started, I suppose. We're in the Territorial Army.
Yeah?
Corporal. Got the job of doing the Christmas play. So, produced the costumes and kept them. And the prop box that I had, small box like this, gradually grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Wow. And now it's a full-grown business. Now,
tell us, there's your cup of tea. I hope you enjoy that. What sort of shows have you made costumes and props for?
Well, from the early beginnings, I managed to get to make a costume, a similar thing to this, a tailcoat, for a fellow named Oliver Spencer, a good comedian up in the Midlands.
Right.
And he was working for Tiswas. And I went in there, made him a tailcoat, which he was very pleased with. And then I didn't come out until I got to go back again. And generally do things and went on and made different things.
You did quite a lot of things for Tiswas, didn't you?
Oh, a lot of things for Tiswas, but they came for funny things like bananas. They wanted a fella to get in a banana, or a tailcoat for Big Daddy.
Yeah.
And that's big. It's 38 inch round the bicep.
He's a big fella. 38 inches round the bicep.
38 inches right round the bicep. 65 inch chest. You work
Lord.
that out. That's a lot. That's big.
Then
they wanted a T-shirt for Hercules the bear.
Ah, now that's quite a famous bear, isn't he? He's a real bear.
Oh, he's a real bear. He's big.
What does he measure around the chest?
In actual fact, he's almost the same size as Big Daddy. It's true. It is true. Yeah, we did all.
How did you fit him? I mean,
Hercules.
Did you actually go and meet him?
No. I did it on measurements.
You didn't have to get out your tape
Andy
measure.
Robbins told me the measurements.
Because he's a bit frightening, isn't he?
Well, he's big. I mean,
he escaped at some point, didn't he? Escaped
right, over the Hebrides.
And ran across the Hebrides.
That's right. They found him in the end, and they fed him back up again, and now he's doing all sorts of things.
Wonderful.
Other things I've done things for. Game for a Laugh yesterday.
Yes, we're going to have a look at the costume you do. In fact, we'd better look at it now. So if I just hold up, this Game for a Laugh was actually yesterday, was it?
That's right.
So anyone who watched Game for a Laugh, I wonder whether they saw that fellow. There he is, profile and a front view of him. Tell us about him.
Well, he was made originally for TVAM for a programme as a prototype, which they didn't use in the end. And he'd just been sitting in the costume line for some time. And Game for a Laugh phoned up and they said they wanted something for a particular thing. So I made a complete, well, the Battersea Fun Fair, as you've probably seen yesterday.
That's right.
And he took part in it. That was the alligator wrestling part of the fun fair.
I actually missed it yesterday, but I mean, it is good. It's a wonderful costume, that. Is that a life, is that sort of
Oh yeah, that's
life
me inside. Me inside.
Oh, that's you inside
Yeah.
there?
You can do somersaults in him, he's all foam rubber, and his nose bends, and you can do what you like with him.
I mean, presumably you have to make these things very, very quickly for
very quickly. I mean,
film and television.
Well, OTT, they phone up on Monday night, and they say they want a pathetic camel for the Wednesday. This was some time ago, for when Mark Thatcher got lost in the desert.
Oh yeah,
they did a bit of
rallying.
top of the show, yeah. And then and I had less than 24 hours to make it. Yeah, pathetic. They loved it. He was pathetic. In actual fact, we still got it. We can't get rid of it. People want to still hire it.
What do you do with a pathetic camel? Yeah.
Stick him on the shelf until somebody sees it.
The thing is, Merlyn, you build up a sort of a little sort of library of these weird and wonderful things, and then people may come back. They may.
Well, they
in
do
a few
come
years'
back.
time, someone will say, "Who's got a pathetic camel?" They'll go, "Merlyn has."
That's right. Well, usually they don't want the same things again, but that's the way it goes. There's another one. I think it's on next week on Game for a Laugh.
Oh, good.
Which is Rocket Reg. So the viewers can look out next week for Rocket Reg.
Absolutely, and you made him as well.
Well, yeah, at the same studios, yeah.
Great, good on you. We'll look out for Rocket Reg. And you also did something for the Quiz Olympics, which you
Quiz
brought
Olympics.
To the studio.
I did quite a lot. Well, this is one of them. The Wobbly.
The
They
wobbly.
called it all sorts of things. They called it the green blob, and all the. In actual fact, it's a wobbly. It was designed so, you've heard the phrase, to throw a wobbly. Well, that's what this was made for throwing. It was a lot bigger. It stood up somewhere there, but having been dragged around the course, as all your viewers will have seen.
Yeah, remind those viewers who perhaps didn't watch Quiz Olympics what he was used for.
Well, Quiz Olympics was questions and a salt course and so on. And to slow the people down a little bit, they made them carry this. All around the assault course. And,
Great idea.
It worked quite
Not easy. So he's taken quite a bashing, the green wobbly, in his time.
When we come back next year, I think we'll have to redo the wobbly.
Yeah, you may need a few stitches in him, because he is coming away at the seams just a little bit.
Well, we're losing some on the floor, as we've pointed out.
We have
little bits of his stuffing.
We were picking them up before tea break started, weren't we?
That's part of the wobbly, but it did all sorts of other things, the banners and things like this for Quiz Olympics. And the different things from place to place. They wanted the bowls and the jacks and so on.
Do you do all the stitching and stuff yourself? I mean, do you...
I do it all myself.
Do you really?
I make the gorillas, the ducks, the chickens, whatever, and I don't use a pattern.
And just tell people that it's hard work.
It's lovely work. It ain't hard.
Isn't it?
No, it's not hard when you enjoy it.
There you are. So everyone can have a go at this
That's it.
prop making costume.
Even
making.
this.
I like that very much.
Made all this myself.
I was saving that up. Stand up.
This one, hang on, you can take it off. Let's see. Take it off. Turn it round and you put it back on the other way, you see.
It is quite... Oh, I see. Reversible.
Yeah.
It's so tasteful, that, as well. I do like it. It's very nice.
Made all these myself.
Now, I think we ought, as a sort of grand finale to your visit to Roustabout, I think we ought to show everyone the trousers, because they
Do you want to see the trousers?
Absolutely splendid. Now, wait a minute. Don't do anything yet. Let's make sure that we can see the trousers first. All right. There we are. There they are. Now, if you step forward just a little bit...
Somewhere there.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
I don't like these
Now,
trousers.
can everyone see the trousers?
Well, I don't like these.
You don't?
No, I much prefer these.
Oh.
These are much better.
That is stunning. That is stunning. I love that. Now, you could do that at parties and everywhere, couldn't you?
Well, they do, with a lot of the other costumes.
Going to work, go for a jog, decide to change your trousers halfway through the interview. It's absolutely stunning. I love that. Merlyn, thanks very much for coming in and joining us on Roustabout.
My pleasure, and thank you for the tea.
And you enjoy the rest of your tea, and we'll go off and join a cartoon. In fact, we're going to have Thomas the Tank Engine now.
Oh, can I watch?
You please stay with us and watch. Here's Thomas the Tank Engine. Very good. Well done.
I will drink the tea, though.